My controlling boyfriend said that I will never accomplish anything and demands I change my unprofessional style. He freaked out when I told him to leave and date someone else. I asked him what his problem was and why he was treating me this way. He motioned to my clothes and simply said that. I obviously didn't know what he meant, so I asked what about it, and he said something like, "I just can't believe you'd wear that to work." I was confused because this is what I always wear. I told him that and he was like, "Yeah, I know. It's so unprofessional, you'll never accomplish anything looking like that." I couldn't believe he said that to me. I was fighting back tears at this point, trying to tell him that my job allows it and that I'm not the only one at work who dresses like this. He just kept repeating himself and said that clearly, it's not that good of a job if they allow me to look like that. I couldn't take it anymore and left to go to my sister's house. He called me and I told him to F off, that I wasn't gonna change my look because he didn't like it. He called me selfish, saying that I'm ruining our future together because I couldn't sacrifice one thing so we could have a good life together. Even though my job allows it and it's a good paying office job. There was no reason for me to sacrifice anything. After that, I hung up on him and ignored him the rest of the night. The next day, I had about 1,000,000 messages from him saying how selfish I'm being and ruining our futures. I started feeling really guilty for leaving my apartment. I came back on Sunday and I saw him sitting on my sofa. No questions and no talking, like nothing happened. I was already getting upset, so I told him that the way he treated me before I left was messed up. Of course, he just started saying he didn't do anything wrong and that he was just trying to help me see how I'm hurting us both by dressing the way I do. I tell him for like the 500th time that my job does not care what I wear and it's not his concern. He said even if my work was okay with it, other people do and he shouldn't have to suffer because of it. This is where poop went south. I started yelling who is saying that and why it even matter? He says no one, but he sees the way people stare and it embarrasses him. I cried because I was so hurt. He told me to stop being dramatic and that it isn't a big deal, but at this point I'm beyond pissed. I said if he's so embarrassed by how I dress, he can date someone else. He starts to freak out saying that's not what he meant and he's just worried what people think. I keep asking what people because clearly, their opinion is more important than how I feel. He just kept looking around and trying to change the subject, saying things like, "There's no one specific but." I told him I didn't want to hear it and to leave right now. He was saying things like, "Are you serious? And you're really gonna act this way over clothes?" I just told him to get out over and over and eventually he left, making a big deal of stomping out and slamming the door. On Monday I put all his things in a box, left it outside, and texted him he could come to pick it up when he brings me back my key. I told him we were done because I wouldn't be with someone who treats me like this. He kept messaging me but I just ignored all of it.